And guys, welcome back, and check it out. We're back with the Movcan V80 Breeze. Now, this is not a fat tire bike. Check it out. We got a 26 by 1.95 tires on this. This is a legit road bike. Not just any road bike either, because this has a 1,000 watt rear hub motor back there that peaks out to 1,500 watts. This is a 48 volt system, so nothing to sleep on. As a matter of fact, this just might be a sleeper. Let's get in some specs and get this onto the trail. Let's go. Now, right out the box, this thing is actually looking very well built compared to the pictures online. All the welds are very seamless. There's no slag or overspray from the welder going on there. And the frame and the battery is integrated into one there. So it is a true step through with a removable battery. We'll pop out there in just a second. And check it out right here. We got some down south Texas leather right there. That is called fox leather. That is what they call it. Very neat. And we swing back to a rear rack. Very sweet. Now, we do got a decent sized chain ring. That should make for some good pedaling. Swinging on back, we got that trusty old Shimano derailleur back there with a derailleur guard built in. This is a 7-speed bike. And popping over to the tires right here, these are the CST all-terrain. So you know we're going to take these onto the trail and get a good test of those going on. Now, we are rolling on some mechanical brakes here. It looks like 160 millimeter rotors there, front and back. And that should be just fine because this bike weighs 60 pounds. That's right, this is a lightweight bike. And let me tell you, with these tires at the size of they are, they should have no problem spinning that motor up to that top speed, 28 miles an hour claimed speed. We'll put a good test to that. But having these smaller tires like this with no drag, that should improve the battery range and improve that performance from that rear hub motor. And coming up the forks here, we do have a rebound and compression adjustment over here. Very nice to see that little lockout there. So we're going to put some testing to that front suspension there, smoothing up our ride for us. This bike does come in a couple different colors. I went with the black here, as you can see. Here's that rear hub motor back there with the quality control passed on there. Very nice to see. You do get front and rear fenders on this bike to help you from those splish splashes. This is an IP54 rated bike, so it's good for some drizzling, good for some splashes and some puddles. The rear rack is pretty strong. It feels supportive. Nothing wiggling or making any noises there. As we move up to the saddle here, it is comfy. Very soft. I like it. You can fully adjust that right here. Bring that on up with that stem. And we'll keep moving up to the cockpit here. Check out these bars. We have the ergonomic grips that are matching our seat right there. Very nice touch right there. Quarter twist throttle. Very nice. We got the Shimano derailleur. Crack that freshie off right there. Very sweet. These are reliable. Never had any real problems with those. You can adjust the stem here too for those bar heights to bring them back or bring them forward if you're a taller rider. And coming right over here, there we got the display. I like the location of the display and I really like these buttons down here. Come on through here, click this button right there. Trigger that, it instantly fires right up. Awesome, check it out. Very nice colors, super Game Boy looking. Reach in and crack that freshie off. Very clean. Nice. Now it looks good and bright. I'm in the direct sunlight out here pretty much, other than some trees here, and display is showing up very nice. I like to read out there. Come back down to your clicker right there, and how many do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 levels of pedal assist. Very nice. Mileage, battery power, MPH, all that good stuff. Now right here we got some lights. Boom. Headlight. Boom. On, off, on, off. Very sweet coming on down. And this does have blinkers. You gotta be kidding me. And let's check out the trail-friendly horn, shall we? Nope, that is a loud horn. Get out the way. And we do have a lock mode features too. You just click and hold that button right there for a couple seconds and check it out. The bike is ghost riding. Very sweet. Pop the brake on to kill that. Very nice feature. And checking out the front headlight right there. Even in direct sunlight, you got a little shine on there. Very sweet. Moving on down here, right to the kickstand. Now, I've seen 100-pound bikes with weaker little kickstands than this. I like the big plate they have down here. Very sturdy. Let's give it a nice shake test. I like it. Good kickstands are very good to see. And guys, if you're thinking you need a little more room for some packing some stuff, check it out. Pow! And just like that, you got some storage. Very nice storage as well. This is a little add-on from their website, but they do got the bags. Put all your groceries, your mail, whatever you want to haul, throw it right in there on the back of that rack, and it looks nice. Pretty sweet. Let's check out the battery action here. We are UL certified, and we do have 48 volt, 13 amp hour battery. So not the biggest battery, but that should be all right, especially if you're doing some pedaling. They claim you can get about 30 miles throttle only, and you can get 40 to 50 miles pedal assist. So we'll see how that goes today. Let's pop it out real quick. And mosey on up, and you also have another little checker right there. You can check your battery power. It is blue, and we are full with the blue bar. Apply you with 2 keys, pop that in there, and just like that, that pops her right off. Easy enough, and boom, you take that out, and now the bike is even lighter if you need to transport it or carry it. Very sweet battery. I like how compact it is, and putting it back in couldn't be any easier. Very sweet pop, and hear the click. good to go. And this battery does have a built-in BMS system, so it is safe to charge indoors. And with that 13 amp hour battery, you get a 2 amp charger. So from completely dead, you can have this charged up in about 7 hours. Now, the Breeze was a breeze to set up out of the box. You just had to put on a front tire and pop up the handlebars and the seat and some pedals, and you're good to go. Something I really like up here is we got the quick release. Nice, easy to throw that axle on. It's very user-friendly for anybody buying this bike. And check out those grippers real quick. Very nice. We'll put a good test to them on the trail today. And cruising up here, we have our wire management. Everything is cozy and tucked in. Very nice. Nothing is pinching or turning or doing nothing weird when you turn those handlebars. And look up front here. Looks like we have access to put a nice little rack on front there. All right, guys, we'll talk more about specs as we get on the road. But what do you say? Let's get the Breeze out on the road and see if this thing is a sleeper. Let's hit it. And guys, real quick, so I can give you a quick eye on how tall I look to this bike. I am 5'9". This is how I look standing right next to it. Very nice size bike and very lightweight as well. All right, now that you see that, let's get on it. Let's go hit the trail. Let's go. All right, on the V80 Breeze, we're in top gear right now. Pedal assist 0, let's get it going. We're going up my hill right now. No power going in at all right now. Easy to pedal. No problem if your battery runs out, you're gonna have any issues pedaling out of here. Let's pump it up to pedal assist 1 right here. Ooh, nice subtle kick of power. Very nice, quiet on the motors. Hit some power pedal assist 2. Oh, it's picking it right up there. Let's click up a few gears here, shall we? This thing is, wow, this thing is cruising. This thing kicks up its own speed without any issues. It's those tires, man. I've been on those fat tires for a little too long lately, and boy, this thing is feeling agile and feeling correct. Very nice. All right, pedal assist 3, putting in a little more power there. Yeah, it's bringing this up to about 15 miles an hour. Nice, comfy riding speed right there. All right, pedal assist 4. Oh, all right, we got to dial it back a little bit in my neighborhood. This thing wanted to go. Unfortunately, I forgot my cell phone mount, so let's quickly GPS verify this tach here. All right now let's get it up to 20 miles an hour on there. We're at 20 on here, 21, 20. It seems to be dead on with the gauge here. Now that we have a full charge, let's go for that top speed run real quick. All right, we're here on my little 8th mile drag strip. Let's put this in PAS 5 and let's give it everything it's got. Oh yeah, it's got good torque. There's 10. Oh, this thing is cruising. There's 25 and 28 and 29 on the dash. There you go, 29 miles an hour. That got up there very fast, very quick. No problems, and we have hit the dirt. All right, we're still holding 29 miles an hour on this rough, dirty, sandy hit. All right, it hit that top speed, no problem. Let's get onto this range test and get to the trail for some full sends. We're gonna be doing a pretty big loop around this huge lake here, so we're gonna give this battery a full test. It feels great to put in your own power. The way you sit up with your posture on this, it's great to feel like you're pedaling a bike again. This bike is low key. Now, when it comes to 1,000 watt bikes, this bike is under the radar. This thing is low key. Ain't nobody guessing that I could fly up to those speeds that quick around here. Now, this bike has a smooth cadence. Looks like it's about a pedal and a half before it kicks on, and it's a nice gradual increase in power. All right, let's try a little balance test, shall we? Hands are off. It's solid. See if we can hook this corner. Yeah, this just feels like a natural bike. They really did a good job with the frame and the battery and how everything is balanced out. Very nice. All right, guys, I'm only about 4 miles in and I'm feeling dialed in on this bike. I'm feeling right at home, like my old college days rolling around. Now, back in 2012 is when I got my first e-bike. It had the battery mounted in the back rack though, which caused a lot of problems with shaking and stuff and death wobbles. And this bike going for the death wobble test, check it out, 20 miles an hour, no death wobbles, check. All right, guys, and we have made it to the trail. Let's hop on in here. It is a nice rough path coming in. No problems. Let's blast through this trail now. Full sendies. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is nice. We are feeling smooth. Let's get on some more loose gravel here. Oh yeah, it's doing great. Very nice. Cruising on through here. Blast down the path. This thing's picking up speed like nothing. 25. We're heading uphill right now at 26. 27. Gotta slow it up a little. This thing's got the juice, that's for sure. Compared to the fat tires, you definitely fight traction a little more. You gotta know what you're doing, but nonetheless, I mean, I'm purposely trying to slide out here. And this thing is gripping good. And this thing is quiet. All I can hear is the rocks crunching in between the little tires there with those fresh nubbies on there. We got a 90-degree turn. We're gonna see if we can't drift that corner. Oh yeah, it drifts. Cruising down here. Now, please don't ride like me. I only ride like this to show you what's gonna go wrong, what's gonna go break. So please don't ride like me. We're pulling into Cedar Farms here. Thread the needle. All right, I think this bike's really gonna shine in these NASCAR Formula 1 F style turns here. No pedal strikes. I had that pedal all the way down, hitting the brakes on there. It's rolling. We're whipping through, hit this corner here, let's put the foot out, no problem. This thing is a ripper. I gotta hold up here for all the beachgoers, show some respect around here. All right, rolling up on the V80 Breeze. It's a little breezy today, as you can see by that. You can rent your little surfboards here, get some snacks there. Awesome. All right, this bike has been great. I think I got the brakes bedded in. Let's go for a high-speed brake test here, 20 miles an hour. Oh, lean back, and there we go. No real super lock up there. Very user-friendly there, but not bad. And real quick, I want to thank Movcan for sending this bike out to me for a review. They didn't have me sign no contracts, ask me to say anything, ask to review my videos or nothing. They sent it out and have some fun. And that's what we've been doing so far. This thing has been an absolute blast. At 60 pounds with those tires, it is just so nimble and so lightweight. It's practical. That's what this bike is. It is practical. All right, we are about 10 miles in and we lost 2 bars so far. Not bad for a little 14 amp hour. And the way this bike is balanced is just so awesome. I mean, I'm navigating the trail, no hands here, loose dirt, pedal assist too, just keeping it going. Awesome. Now, this is the first set of ergonomic grips that have not started spinning on me. Usually I can get these things to spin. My first drive, nothing. These things are nice and tight. And you stand up on this bike, you could really see over the trail. You lean forward over that front wheel a little bit, and man, you still have all the traction and balance you can need. Very nice. Now, typically these skinny tire bikes I do not go to my hill climb test with, but this bike packs a punch. So let's go see if we can't climb that hill of death. Let's hit it. Let's do a hard launch in the dirt right here. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, the back wheel peels out and we are flying. Before we get to that hill test, let's do one last send, shall we? Yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking cruising, man. Woo. Nothing stopping this bike whatsoever. Just like that, through the fence, back down there, and over to the trail. How we really put the beating on that. Everything is sounding tight and right. Now, a little safety feature that I would like to fix on this bike is I would like to put the rear brake over on the opposite side of the throttle. That way, if there is emergency stop and you're on the throttle, you don't have to waste your time and grab that. You can just grab it right over here instead of grabbing the front brake and going right over. All right, coming down to the dock here, let's test those front forks out. Oh yeah, very smooth brake test. Oh yeah, they're working good. Check it out, beautiful day out here on Cedar Lake. We're on the east side. We started way over there. We're heading on our way back right now. Now, something I really like about this bike, that it is 60 pounds, but right back here underneath the seat, there's actually grooves for your fingers. So you could pick that up, spin it, move it around. It is very easy to transport like that. Very sweet. All right, let's give those front forks another test, shall we? Right down here and pop, pop. Nice, very smooth, no problem at all. Now at 29 miles an hour, you kind of feel the power cut out, so it is limited, but it doesn't hard cut you out. So let's see if we can't get a little bit faster going downhill with that. We only have 2 bars left here, but let's do a full send, see what fast we can get these wheels going. Right there, we're at 29, 31, 32, oh, almost hit 33 miles an hour there. Pretty impressive. There's no hard cut. See the sewer there. Yeah, guys, as you can see, those front forks are doing its job. Pretty nice too. I'm not bottoming out on that front end at all. So high-speed off-road test, check. And we took the Breeze to a nice little baseball field. Very nice here. This is where the hill of death starts. Oh, right down there, and we cruise all the way up that huge graded hill. All right, pedal assist 5, all the juice. Let's give it right up this hill. We're in the highest gear. Oh man, and we are rolling. And right about there, about halfway through. That wasn't bad actually. That was the steepest part right down there, and it did give us up, but I'm not gonna put too much stress on that little motor back there and burn it out. Nonetheless, woo, that's how steep she is. Hey, it did really good, check. All right, there's no way out of here but up this huge hill. So if we just cut sideways a little bit, oh yeah, this thing wants to do a wheelie up it. Look at, it's wheeling. Oh yeah, no problem hill climbing whatsoever. domination out of the Breeze. All right, let's dump it into this curb down here. Let's rip down here and whoa, yeah. And back up that huge gap. I like it a lot. Okay, let's see how good these gears click. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Smooth gear shifting on that Shimano. What a blast this review's been. We're going uphill and we're still pulling strong. Even at 2 batteries, I'm getting a lot of power. We're gonna head back into the compound here. One last send down. Oh yeah. Rip through that, and one last brake check, and there we have it. And we are back with the V80 Breeze. I took that trail and took my test like a breeze. Thank you guys for riding with me on that trail today. What an awesome ride on the V80 Breeze. Now, I don't talk prices too much because of the tariffs going up and down and all crazy right now, but this bike is only about $749 right now. This is a budget bike, and this thing absolutely performed like a $1,500 bike. Very impressed by that. Now, I can't complain too much on this because of the price, but if I were to change anything, I would do hydraulic brakes because this bike can hit 28 to up to 30 miles an hour that fast. I think to have that little bit of braking would be beneficial, especially for heavy riders. But nonetheless, I don't have anything else to complain about for the price whatsoever. And guys, I was in pedal assist 5 for about 80% of that ride today. Fully pegged that throttle for most of it, and it did very well. No weird shakes or rattles. Nothing was coming loose whatsoever. Very well built bike. Hey guys, if you like this bike, I will have a link down in the description where you can find it. And if I have any discount codes, I'll pop them in there too as well with you. But hey, thanks a lot for taking a ride with me on this bike today. But nonetheless, hey, stay trail happy guys. Peace.